That's a powerful transcript. I can certainly create an original script on the same theme of divine selection, hidden preparation, and coming breakthrough. It will match the urgent, conversational, and spiritually intense tone, maintaining a similar length, at least 23 full paragraphs with tilde 100 words each, and the core message, the unveiling, a divine truth that explains everything beloved. Hear the sound of the unseen breaking through. There are rare holy moments in your life when the truth doesn't just tap on the door. It tears the curtain, shattering everything you thought you knew. Today, a man, burdened by a truth too massive to carry alone, has finally released the secret held back from you. This is not a casual listen. It is a divine announcement, a spiritual thunderclap that will realign your entire understanding of your past, your pain, and your glorious future. This disclosure, spoken by a figure long tied to the shadows, is the final piece of the puzzle that explains the struggle. The very air shifted when he confessed, his voice heavy with relief and awe. He spoke of you, the audience, saying, "They must be told. This knowledge is not mine to keep." He understood why your journey has been so uniquely difficult. Have you often wondered why doors that should have opened slammed shut in your face? Why did those you trusted turn their backs without a proper goodbye? Why does your path seem to be paved with one obstacle after another? The answer, chosen one, is not misfortune. It is divine strategy. Understand this deeply. A spiritual signature was placed upon your life before you even drew your first breath. It wasn't a choice you made. It was a mark ordained by heaven. This seal called forth uncommon favor and miraculous protection, but it also provoked ferocious opposition. This mark is the very reason you are here, leaning in, absorbing this message right now. This is not casual entertainment. It is your personal scroll of revelation being unrolled before your eyes. He spoke of seeing your divine dossier, not a medical chart of flesh and bone, but a file ablaze with faith and fire. Your survival record, he admitted, reads like an epic of divine intervention. He whispered in disbelief, "They passed through the flames, yet the smell of smoke is not on them." What was designed to crush your spirit only served to temper it. What sought to silence your voice has only made your declaration stronger. What was meant to bury your dreams was actually preparing the soil for your most radiant blooming. The most extraordinary part of this testimony is that the very things intended for your destruction have become undeniable proof of your divine selection. The word of God is certain. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, as declared in Isaiah 54:17. As you stand on the precipice of this new era, ready to step into the role God prepared for you, you must make a declaration. I invite you to declare your unwavering readiness right now. Type Amen below as a definitive sign of your acceptance, a bold, public statement that you are prepared to occupy your God-given purpose without hesitation. Your willingness to engage with this word is the final key. And please remain until the very end, because we are sealing this time with a powerful, Spirit-led prayer that will anchor this truth in your heart. Heaven is speaking, and this is your precise moment to listen and act. A divine script was written over your life before your lips could form a single word. It wasn't etched in human ink or mortal paper, but in the eternal decree of the Almighty. The man's words were crystal clear. An eternal seal was stamped upon your destiny. This seal was not a common one. It was loaded with divine promises of limitless abundance, vast influence, undeniable favor, and a radiant, unstoppable light. Darkness tried everything to tear it down, to rewrite your story, to bury your potential, but every attempt failed. That eternal seal remained perfectly intact. This is precisely why you possess an unshakable core. Even when your soul felt utterly exhausted, when your prayers seemed to hit a ceiling of brass and your physical strength was utterly depleted, something deep within kept pulling you forward. That sustaining force was a divine signature, not your own willpower, but the undeniable, powerful hand of the Creator guiding your steps. Then the doctor shared a prophecy that sent a shiver through his own being. Go tell them that their true story has not ended. In fact, it's just now beginning to unfold. Listen carefully, chosen one, because this is the crucial context. Every door that closed was not a harsh rejection. It was an intentional redirection. Every no you received was simply setting the stage for a yes that is infinitely better. What appeared to be the absolute end was only the strategic starting line for something grand, perfectly orchestrated by the courts of heaven. Romans 8:28 promises us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. This promise encompasses the deepest pain you felt, the unnerving silence you endured, and the strange, inexplicable delays that made absolutely no sense until this very moment. When this man reviewed the sheer magnitude of what you survived, the crushing weight you bore without collapsing, the betrayal you processed without succumbing to bitterness, and the immense pressure you felt without losing your inner light, he realized his silence had to end. He confessed, "This is not simply a strong person. This is divinely ordained." Now you finally grasp why people have always been strangely drawn to your presence, sometimes without understanding the magnetic pull. Why certain people sought to bask in your glow while others desperately tried to dim it, and why blessings sometimes arrived with a rush, only to seemingly vanish just as quickly. It's because the mark upon your life operates on a different plane. It does not follow the predictable patterns of this earthly realm. You are carrying something incredibly rare and sacred. And here is the divine confirmation you've been patiently waiting for. What was unjustly done to you is in the process of being completely reversed. What was maliciously stolen from you is already being restored. What was strategically delayed is about to be exponentially accelerated. This is not simple optimism or wishful thinking. This is a powerful, heaven-sent declaration. Joel 2:25 proclaims, "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten." Restoration is not an event on the distant horizon. It has already begun its mighty work in your life. But this spiritual messenger left a stark warning. If you choose to ignore the gravity of this moment, you risk missing the very key that was specifically meant to unlock your future. That is why this precise moment holds such weight. This is more than just another message. It is a once-in-a-lifetime word arriving in your life at the perfect, God-appointed time when your spirit is completely ready to receive it. Do not let trivial distractions rob you of the profound truth that is unfolding right now. Do not simply scroll past this, mistaking it for noise, and miss your appointed turn. The entire truth is unraveling, and what comes next will radically transform everything you thought you understood. And now lean in close, because the next segment is where the entire mystery snaps into perfect focus. The doctor's confession did not merely focus on what happened to you. It delved much deeper into the sacred why. He revealed a truth few have dared to voice. Cosmic forces have been actively working around the periphery of your life long before you ever had the language to name them. Your experience wasn't just pain, it was purpose in deep disguise. Your struggle was not random chaos, it was a sacred preparation for the weight of your calling. If they only knew the full story, he lamented, they would finally understand why their specific path has been so unique, why their battles felt heavier than everyone else's, and why their inner strength had to be forged to be so much greater. This is that revelatory moment. The mystery is dissolving, and the unveiling is not yet finished. Listen closely, chosen one. What you have labeled as a painful delay was never a denial. What you categorized as devastating setbacks were actually sacred setups. The doctor made it undeniably clear, absolutely nothing about your painful experience was random. Every single heartbreak, every financial reversal, every moment when things were so close but suddenly fell apart, followed a pattern, not of chaos, but of deliberate, divine restraint. And the reason for this restraint, because the magnificent destiny written over your life shines too brightly, and it could not be fully revealed before its perfectly appointed time. Heaven was not ignoring you in the silence. Heaven was strategically preserving you for this exact moment. Have you observed it, the way massive breakthroughs seem to slip just beyond your grasp, the way unwavering loyalty turned into sudden absence when you needed someone the most? Those events were not mere coincidences. They were the direct evidence of resistance. And here is the life-faltering revelation. Resistance is the ultimate proof of value. No thief wastes time breaking into an empty, valueless house. No formidable enemy engages in battle against a threat that poses no danger. The battles that constantly assaulted you were not because you were weak. They occurred because the content of your character and the calling on your life are absolutely priceless. The spiritual messenger stated plainly, your life was never, ever meant to be ordinary. That's why the ordinary world and its systems could never contain you. And though many attempted to silence the gift within you through bitter betrayal, cunning distraction, and even spiritual warfare, they failed. Why? Because heaven itself had already sealed your sacred assignment. You were marked, you were chosen. He spoke of observing your life unfold like a profound, complex script authored by the very hand of God. He noticed the cycles, things almost working, then suddenly collapsing, people almost helping, then mysteriously vanishing. Initially, he suspected bad luck, but the deeper he looked, the clearer the truth became. This was not simple misfortune. This was targeted, spiritual interference. But then he broke into a profound smile, and his next words will forever anchor your spirit. That interference has a final, absolute expiration date, and that date is right now. The painful season of being blocked is officially ending. The era of crushing delay is over. What was carefully hidden is now being gloriously revealed. And you, yes, you, the chosen one, are about to walk into a level of visibility you never sought, but for which you were strategically born. Prepare yourself now. Doors are going to swing open for you without any logical explanation. Unexpected calls will come from places you never even dreamed of reaching. People will begin searching for you, not because of the person you once were, but because of the magnificent person heaven is declaring you are becoming. You will soon look around and realize that what once tried to crush your light now serves only to illuminate your radiance. You are finally standing in your truth. Do not mistake this for mere excitement. The doctor himself confessed that he initially questioned what he was seeing. He doubted the signs. He thought, perhaps I am imagining this. This can't be real, but the powerful, undeniable signs refused to stop. He watched you survive circumstances that should have destroyed you. He saw strength emerge when you had nothing left to give. He observed how you entered rooms thick with grief, yet still carried a distinctive light. And he knew with trembling certainty this wasn't mere luck. This wasn't just chance. You are not ordinary. You are chosen, and here is the most transformative truth you must embrace. What was done to you did not ultimately destroy you. It forged you. The betrayal became powerful fuel. The heartbreak ignited a holy fire. What was meant to erase your name became the indelible ink of your testimony. What was designed to crush you ultimately carved steel, like resilience into your soul. You don't merely carry wounds. You carry spiritual weapons tempered in divine thunder. This is not just your confirmation. This is your ultimate awakening. So, do not skip a single word. Do not scroll away. Stay with this message until the very